Hi everyone, Renee here, and today I wanted to film a quick haul for you, something that I've not done in a long time. Actually, the first video I ever filmed on this channel was an Asian haul, so it's kind of sweet. But I just came back from like a 1 month long trip in Asia, and I picked up a few things. A lot of the products I can't really give you an in-depth review because I haven't had enough time to really test them out yet, or there's some products I haven't even gotten around to testing out yet. So, that's kind of the main reason why I don't do hauls often, but on Instagram, a lot of you expressed that you really wanted to see what I picked up. So there's the stuff that I like to stock up on and other things that I pick up because I can't really find them in the US. They're not that easily accessible. There is going to be a disproportionate amount of sunscreens, surprise, surprise, but where I can, I will try my best to include links in case there's anything you want to explore further. So a repurchase, which really is just so good. The first time I got this was in December when I was in Seoul, and it's from Tamburins. It's their water essence. And honestly, I always visit that store because it's just so beautiful. It's like this piece of art. I didn't love the hand cream and their moisturizer that much. They weren't for my skin type. The packaging was excellent though, and so when I picked this up, I figured it was mainly because of the packaging. I haven't really spoken about this much only because it's not the easiest to get. I mean, you can really only just get this at their store. It's just so skin plumping, comforting, hydrating. It's got that beautiful sort of viscous, rich texture that I love in a really hydrating, toner essence. It's got niacinamide, but it's also just packed with all these beautiful root extracts in it. And so, yeah, absolutely had to repurchase. Speaking of Gentle Monster, I couldn't resist. You know that every year they come out with a different sunglasses case. So these essentially become collector's items, just another excuse to buy a pair of sunglasses every year. I got this pair. I thought it was so cool because it's gray. It's not black. They're also really large. They cover a good amount of face. They're so comfortable. They don't slide down my nose bridge. I don't actually know what this is called, the name of this, but I will find out and I will include it in the description box. I love the pharmacy line options outside of the US, usually more, but I got the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Ultra 8 Mist. I'm such a big fan of pretty much all the products from the Toleriane line. I mean, they're just suited so well for my skin. I think the textures are beautiful, great for sensitivity, but it also has that prebiotic mineral water, which I think is so great for your skin. This is a very simple mist, but it's different from the regular thermal water mist in that it's just a lot more hydrating. There are more ingredients in here that just make sure that your skin holds the hydration, and there are more humectants in here, but it still is mainly that thermal water. If anything, it leaves my skin way more hydrated, but also even a little glowy, so I love that. Another mist and a new launch from Klairs. This actually launched while I was in Seoul, so they gave this to me, and I mean, this is actually really exciting to me, is their Ample Mist. So far, I am loving this mist. This comes in a base of green tea extract, but it also has, rice extract, hibiscus, which I've talked about before. I love that ingredient for skincare. It's got the botanicals, the hydrators, ceramide. It just leaves your skin looking beautifully glowy, like you just used a sheet mask, but so far, loving this. There's no fragrance in here, no fragrant oils, no alcohols. Like everything else in their line, this is vegan and cruelty-free. They also launched their fundamental watery oil drop. So I haven't really used this that much yet, but I will say, first impressions wise, this was a little surprising because I thought that this would be kind of one of those oily serums or oil and serum emulsions, but this actually, I don't think it has any oil in it. So it's actually just a very hydrating serum. This is very much the serum version of this. The other drugstore item that I will always have in stock, and it's actually really hard to come by in the US, but it's Bioderma's Matricium. This was in a video I did, years ago, but it is my go-to whenever my skin needs repair. I can't tell you how reparative this is. Whenever my skin is just even a little stressed, this just deals with it and takes care of it so fast that everything gets back to normal relatively quickly. This is absolutely a wonderful thing to have on hand when you're retinizing. It comes in these individual, plastic ampoules, so when you use it, it's the most potent and fresh. It's not inexpensive, but definitely so well worth it when you need it. So this isn't like an everyday item, but you know, when you need it, there's nothing I've discovered that fixes my face faster. So newly released addition to the Laneige cream skin line. I will be talking a lot more about this soon. This is sort of, it's not really a toner or an essence. This is a liquid moisturizer. What I actually picked up was this, the Quick Skin Pack, which is just so convenient, especially when traveling. And I just love me a swipey. The swipies themselves aren't your typical ones. They are super, super thin. They're kind of like skin, but they're very strong. They're not going to break or tear. These are great to even, you know, put a couple on your skin just as a mask, but it has exactly the same formula as this. So usually if you get about 60 pads, you're getting 100 in this. And yes, it will really, really moisturize your skin. It will hydrate it as well. There's a lot of meadow foam seed oil in here. So, you know, you will have a little, you will feel like there is some moisturization. These actually feel more lightweight to me than this. So this is even better for the summer. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that I got a chance to go to Jeju Island and visit Amore Pacific's green tea fields. That was actually just a beautiful experience. So Amore Pacific has a brand for their green tea called Sulwhasoo. Throughout Seoul, they have cafes. Actually, I highly recommend you go to the cafes. I got their green tea milk spread. I guess that is the equivalent of like Nutella, but it's green tea. This is absolutely delicious. These I got last minute at Incheon Airport duty-free right before boarding. When it comes to premium brands, I always get them at duty-free in Seoul because they're just so much less expensive, and that also includes Western brands as well. From Sulwhasoo, I got their concentrated ginseng renewing mask. Their concentrated ginseng cream is one that I absolutely, absolutely love. So this creamy mask is actually one of the more unique masks I've ever tried. This is kind of like a dry mask in that it's not this sloppy, wet mask. In fact, one side of it, the outer part of it, is completely dry, and the creamy part is concentrated just on the side that attaches to your skin or touches your skin. But it's not like this crazy amount of product. It's just enough product. And a lot of times with dry masks, after I, remove it, I feel like my skin is sort of moisturized, but it doesn't really feel that moisturized. With this, my skin feels very, very moisturized afterwards. So I got a few sunscreens. The ones that interested me the most were the ones that you can find at the drugstores. I got L'Oreal UV Perfect because I love Meroxyl, and I find the L'Oreal brand sunscreens in Asia are just really good. I'm going through them really fast. As you know, L'Oreal developed Meroxyl, which is just such a great and effective UV filter, which is also in their Anthelios, La Roche-Posay Anthelios products. So for UV Perfect, I got the Fresh Hydrating UV Watery Gel, the Anti-Dullness one, which has a slight lavender tinge, but actually leaves this beautiful finish on your skin. Like, you don't look purple or anything, but it just leaves your skin looking brighter and actually quite radiant. And the Even Complexion has a very, very slight tint to it. Not that it affects your natural skin tone at all, I find, but all of these are just so beautifully textured, light. Speaking of La Roche-Posay, I took the opportunity to get the Shaka Fluid because this isn't something that's available to us in the US. So yeah, I got some. I bought the new Avène High Protection SPF 50 Plus UVA with a circle around it. This is dry touch, fragrance-free, light fluid, and I've been really into this. I've been using this a lot. I really love this formula. I've always really liked the Avène formulas, but this one might be one of my favorites. Anyway, I will be reviewing this more in depth in my upcoming sunscreen series. I've been obsessed with what I've been trying from Ultrasun. I sort of went a little crazy when I was in London and bought like every single thing available. Their sunscreen formulations just really suit without compromise exactly what I'm looking for in my sunscreens right now. This is their Face Fluid SPF 50 Plus UVA, circle around it. It has ultra high UVA absorbance. I think it's like 95+%. I love the way it makes my skin look just really healthy and moisturized. It's not greasy on me at all. There's no silicones, no fragrance, no alcohol, yet it's got this lightweightedness to it. But yeah, I will be reviewing the Ultrasun products that I have been loving in way more detail for my sunscreen series, so stay tuned for that. I also got the Laneige Light Sun Fluid SPF 50 plus and PA of 3 pluses. And the reason why I was really interested in this, this actually came very highly recommended, but also because it actually has that nice mixture of both chemical and physical UV filters. And it really is just this beautiful texture. It also doesn't have any alcohol in it, so it's really, really lightweight without that. But, you know, it does have a scent to it, but I don't hate it. Jart's Everyday Sunstick SPF 50 plus PA 4 pluses. It's great to use under makeup or even to use over it for reapplication. I feel like I'm getting just a really good layer on my skin. I can apply actually really liberally, many, many layers, and it just won't feel very heavy. There's a bunch of really effective filters in here. You know, it smells sort of medicinal. It's been a while since I've been interested in a cushion, but this was completely inspired by a girlfriend of mine who was just, I saw her and she was just looking so good, so I was like, what's up? And she actually said it's because she started using this. Aprilskin's Magic Snow Cushion. I've been hearing about this for a really, really long time. I just never felt inspired to try it until now. And I actually love it. This is the black case version. I haven't tried any of the other versions, but this one is just perfect for me because it gives that finish that I absolutely love in the more premium brand cushions, but it's just not the same price. It's not high coverage. It's very natural looking. It gives you enough to sort of balance out your skin tone, but it doesn't cover everything. But it just looks like skin, but better. So yeah, I've been really, really liking this. I use shade 23. So these are some of the purchases I brought back with me. I hope you guys found this fun and interesting. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye.